Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is another day and yet another video. So this video I took it on the 5th of January, where we had a lot of rains. Like it rained all night long, and in the morning we all had to go to the fields. So we left these young girls and the children only at home. The young girls had to do the household chores, and the children couldn't do anything in the fields at this moment, so they had to stay home. And we all had to go to the fields, and because we are all racing against time, it's usually by this time of the year we won't be like still plowing. We'll be weeding the maize in the fields, and the maize should be like waist length. It should be like waist length, but for this year, well, we have had very little rains, and they've come so late, just like you saw in my last video. And we are just hoping and praying unto the Lord that these rains will not go so soon. And we had to just wake up. Everybody just had to go to the fields and be working there. So these soils of ours, we have planted on these soils for so long, so they are no longer fertile. So we use fertilizer. You see here, this is the fertilizer, what you call it, the D, compound D or something, and this is the seed, maize seed that we are planting here. So we are using fertilizer because we've been planting on these fields for more than 30 years. So the soils are a bit, they are a bit, overused. So we are supplementing the soil so that we can have better yield. And it's not everybody who can afford this fertilizer here in my village. Some of the people cannot afford this fertilizer, so what they do, they just go into the forest, they gather all the decaying leaves and twigs and all that, and they come and put it on their fields. But it will take some time for it to work, but well, that's all they will be having. So this is the situation that we have right now um, in the village. Well, the kids couldn't stay at home, so they're just in the fields running up and down, so excited, for the rains. So this is the situation that we have right now in my village, and we are praying unto the Lord that we have enough rains that will sustain these crops until the end. I don't know, maybe it's like the climate change, like the climate has really changed and the rainfall pattern has shifted or something. I just don't know what's happening this year in our village, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that we have enough rains. So what we do after we work on the fields a little bit, I had to come back home and start cooking for those people who are still in the fields. We all just don't come out of the fields all at once. One person goes back home, start like the cooking process, so that those who are in the field, they come back home to a meal that will be ready, because they'll be tired and hungry. So they just come back home, they eat, and then they rest in preparation for going back to the fields in the evening, because right now we are racing against time, and the moisture that is still in the soil is what we are chasing after, yeah, for the crops to germinate. So we'll be here. I had to come back home. The kids are helping me put up the fire so that we can cook for the people who are still in the fields. So we are just keeping our fingers crossed in my village, such that we will have enough enough food for the next season. So these are people working, and I think you can see the other far end, it's another family working also on their fields. Everybody just woke up, and everybody was just busy. Everybody was just busy working on their fields, because we are racing against time, and we are all scared here in our village, because we don't want to, go hungry. Not everybody is getting the food from the donors, and most of us, we just have to be working on our fields. So this is us working on this field, um, just praying that everything will be going on so good, that the seed will germinate and the rains will not go away very soon. And just be praying for us that the Lord gives us enough rainfall to sustain our crops until they mature, and until we have something in our granaries, for this season and the next one. um you know such is life in the village. So this is what we have this year, and this is what we are doing um in the village at this time of the year, when the rains have come so late and everybody's just scared of what's gonna happen. So let me show you more of what we do in the village. are being naughty, ne? Adrian, why are you being naughty?